The Donald to the rescue. Former President Donald Trump teased an upcoming announcement with a superhero-themed video baiting his Truth Social followers with a promise of a major announcement. Take a look.
America needs a superhero.
All right, joining me now, founder of Bikers for Trump, Chris Cox. So, Chris, we saw that this afternoon. We saw it, and we were throwing it around. What does that mean? What does that mean? America needs a superhero. The cartoon opens up the big T on his chest, the laser eyes. What do you think that means?
I don't know. Maybe he's going to be unveiling an X-Man sort of cabinet or some choices, but I wouldn't read more into it, Eric. You know, when we look at Donald Trump and what he's doing right now, he's like I said before, he's a mathematician. Let's look what's in the news cycle now, which means is what are they trying to keep us from looking at? And when we look at it now, and they got that woman from Russia that came over, and all the conspiracy theories around that, whether she's a man or a woman, and then leaving the Marine behind when they could have easily brought him on board, and a lot of other things. And then the one thing that we're not hearing more about, which I'd like to hear more about, and you know, look at Elon Musk is making all these dumps about these social media and these big tech platforms that have just taken it upon themselves to decide what you and I hear. Because see, the Democrats, they don't care about our opinion. They just want to hear their opinion coming out of our mouth. So I wouldn't be surprised if Donald Trump was going to announce that he was getting back on Twitter or something like that. But, you know, for us to second guess that man and try to get ahead of him, that's pretty hard one.
All right. You know, I'll just take it. First of all, I think Brittany Griner is definitely a woman. She's just very extremely tall. But going down the list a little bit.
I'm just saying, you know,
all right. But no, so when he released this, I immediately hit up some of my friends over there. I'm like, hey, what is it? And they're like, we can't leak, but it's going to be huge. And they were literally saying it's going to be a big announcement. So I'm thinking, what could be that big? It's certainly not that he's not going to run, because they wouldn't be promoting that. It's something big. And I don't know. I thought like he's going to announce a VP. Well, what would be a huge announcement? For me, I think Elon Musk would be a major vice presidential ticket announcement. Anyone else?
Yeah,
you might think. My producers put together a few names.
Donald Trump's the man. He's going to mend and build bridges wherever he can. He's not going to take any crap, but he'll certainly be the first one to bend the knee and bow ahead for the sake of this country. I'd still like to see Carrie Lake at the top of that list. I like Kristi Noem a lot, but you know, as far as Elon Musk, you know, I think I'd like to see Donald Trump back on Twitter, because the direction it's going now, the people that are actually leaving Twitter right now are making it a little more appealing for a lot of us. And we'll just have to wait and see. You know, as far as the superhero thing, the superhero to me is an economy that is just chugging along, and it's helping us all just do our day-to-day needs better. A superhero to me is having a border that is secure, that doesn't have fentanyl and human trafficking coming across, and so forth and so on. So there are a lot of superheroes in regards to the direction that this country could take and getting it back in shape. But Eric, your guess is as good as mine, and we'll have to just wait and see, I guess.
Yeah, wait and see. You know, I did a little digging and a little investigative journalism. I started going through some of the Instagram accounts of some people close to former President Trump. I'm talking Don Jr. I'm looking at Kimberly's Instagram. There was an event last night, and oddly enough, had something to do with superheroes. And it was Lee Greenwood, I believe, was there. Bass Pro Shops. It looked like they were sponsoring it. I don't know. It feels like there's a big announcement coming, folks. And I wish I could put my finger on it. I thought maybe Chris Cox, being one of the insiders. I think you talk to the guy once in a while. Maybe let us know what you thought.
Yeah, I can't spill the beans, Eric. You know, we've got to stay in our lane. We're grassroots. And anyway, well, I guess on this one, we'll know at the same time. But we can't thank you enough, and wish everybody out there a Merry Christmas. And if you're not with or around your family, hopefully that you will be sooner than later. And we just can't say enough about the servicemen and women and our first responders that are out there that are going to spend the holidays away from home.
That is true. We do have superheroes. Our first line, our first responders, our police, our cops, and our military, absolutely superheroes. Chris, always good having you. I don't know, can that Harley start up at all, or is that thing?
Let's give you a little sound check there.
There you go. There you go. All right, Chris Cox, appreciate your time.
Thank you, sir. Take care.
We may have blown out his microphone. Up next, some viewer messages after this. My hot take coming up next.
Lately, we've gone from America first to America last. Crime, illegal immigration, inflation, a pathetically weak foreign policy are ruining the fabric of America. In fact, this patio in New York is about the only place I feel safe in the city.
Where do investors turn in perilous times to protect themselves from all the uncertainty? Gold. 2022 is the year that we have seen Americans move out of risk assets like crypto and the stock market and into safe haven assets like gold and silver.